Hi, how are you? Let us learn something about advantages, disadvantages essay. I hope you have gone through the other essay types and you have understood some of the things. Please keep practicing, then only you will learn it in a better manner, then only it will help you effectively. So, advantages, disadvantages essay, variety of questions. So, what all questions do we need to see and how will we identify whether a particular essay is advantages, disadvantages essay or not? Let us see how. So, how to identify an essay, an advantages, disadvantages essay. If we get a question like such, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this? This is clearly an advantages, disadvantages question. Do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? Definitely part of advantages, disadvantages, but the question is asking, do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? How far do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? Do the advantages overweigh disadvantages? That is also the same question. What are the benefits and drawbacks associated with this trend? So what are the benefits and drawbacks? So benefits as in positives or advantages, drawbacks means disadvantages. Okay, so benefits and drawbacks, positives and negatives. So what are the benefits and drawbacks associated with this trend? Are there more negatives than positives? So guys, if you are going to look at the second and fourth question, okay, second and fourth question, these two questions are to what extent, quite similar to what extent, and in these two question types or in these two particular question we can make more than 4 paragraphs. I would advise you to make 5 body paragraphs. Do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? Do the advantages overweigh disadvantages? Are there more negatives than positives? So what is this? They are asking to what extent, how far, and when they are asking a question like such, it means we have to show the extent. We have to show, for example, the positives are more than negatives. So we'll make 2 body paragraphs for positive and 1 body paragraph for negatives. So we need to decide our opinion. So they are asking your opinion. They are asking the side. Do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? Are there more negatives than positives? This is what they are asking. Let us proceed further. Now we have this question here. Many people are now opting to provide technology companies with their personal data in exchange for access to software. So what are many people doing these days? Many people are now opting to provide. They are now preferring to provide technology companies with their personal data in exchange for access to software. So what are they doing? Most people are now providing the technology companies with their personal credentials or with their credentials in order to operate the software. So many people are providing or are sharing their credentials in order to browse the software. So that can be said. You just need to underline the major keywords. Many people now opting, provide technology companies, personal data, in exchange, access to software. Do the advantages outweigh disadvantages? So what are the advantages of sharing the data with software? Okay, with the software company, with technology companies. What are the advantages of sharing this? And what are the disadvantages? That's what the question is demanding. We need to understand the question properly, and for that I always suggest each one of you to look at the question, translate the same in your mother tongue, read the question again, underline the keywords, write the synonyms. For opting we can write preferring. For personal data we can write private information, we can write credentials. So we can write variety of words. We need to know the synonyms. How can we plan this now? So firstly we'll write our opinion. Demerits are more than merits. According to me, or this essay believes that the demerits are more than merits. That means negatives are more than positives. So what does it mean? 2 body paragraphs for demerits and 1 body paragraph for merit, as the demerits are more than merits. Many providing personal data to technological firms for operating software. So now what are we doing? Many providing. Now you must be thinking, ma'am, this is not grammatically correct, but bache, please try to understand what happens here. Here we are just crux. This is just the summary of the question. So we can also write many individuals. I have not paraphrased it here. I have just written the question in short form. So whenever you are planning, you will not have more than 5 to 6 minutes. Just plan it haphazardly. Idea should be proper, but you can write it in rough writing, running handwriting, and then proceed further. Many individuals are providing personal data to technological firms for operating software. Now, merits. What are the merits? According to me, merits are less and demerits are more. So merits are time saving and finding old friends easily. But what about demerits? Cyberbullying, hacking, net banking frauds. So according to me, there are 3 demerits and 2 merits. Do you think, like, why have I mentioned 2 merits and 3 demerits? Because the question is clearly asking advantages and disadvantages. That means these 2 are plural. So minimum 2 though I have to mention. That's why I have mentioned 2 merits and 3 demerits. Let us go through the topic based vocabulary. Now, for this we need particular word, these specific words. Use के लिए we can use the synonym operate, access, browse. For use, operate, access, browse. Many, most, majority of, a major section of. Many is most, majority of, a major section of. Personal data, personal credentials, personal information, private information. Okay, so we should know the synonyms. If we'll have the topic based vocabulary ready, I'm sure we can write the essay effectively. So let you also do the same. Personal data, personal credentials, personal information, private information. Software, software applications, pieces of software, computer application, Android application, programs. Guys, we cannot use softwares. Software is an uncountable noun. That's the only reason we have to use either software applications or pieces of software. Now, advantages, merits, positives, pros, benefits. Disadvantages, demerits, drawbacks, cons, negatives, setbacks, pitfalls. Outweigh, overlook, overtake, suppress. So, the demerits totally suppress the merits. Easier, simpler, effortless, seamless. So, that's all for this lecture. I'm going to meet you in the next lecture and I'll explain you how to write introduction effectively. Bye-bye.